Mr. President, very distinguished colleagues, the first order of the day is the presentation and consideration of the report of the Committee on Judiciary, Human Rights and Legal Matters on the confirmation of the nomination of Honorable Justice Joseph Olubunmi Kayode Oyewole, JCA, for appointment as a Justice of the Supreme Court of Nigeria. Mr. President, you may wish to invite most distinguished Senator Adebomire Adeniyi Ayodele, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Chairman of the committee, to move the motion for the presentation and consideration of the report.
Sir.
President Adeniyi Adebomire, Ondo Central Senatorial District, I rise most respectfully to move a motion that the Senate do receive and consider the report of the Committee on Judiciary, Human Rights and Legal Matters as it relates to the confirmation of the nomination of Honorable Justice Joseph Olubunmi Kayode Oyewole as a Justice of the Supreme Court of Nigeria. I so move.
Senator Pam.
Thank you, Mr. Senate President. I remain Senator Pam Watkonda Chungan, representing Plateau North in the National Assembly. I second the motion so moved by Senator Abomi Adebomire as a senator. Thank you, sir.
Distinguished colleagues, the motion moved by Senator Adebomire, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, seconded by distinguished Senator Pam. Those in support say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. You may proceed to lay the report for consideration. Yes, just summarize.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, my distinguished colleagues, this is a report from the Senate Committee on Judiciary, Human Rights and Legal Matters as it relates to the confirmation of the nomination of Honorable Justice Joseph Olubunmi Kayode Oyewole as a Justice of the Supreme Court of Nigeria. The committee did do the screening on Thursday, 29 January 2026. Questions were asked the nominee, which he answered intelligently and accurately. The recommendation of our committee is at paragraph 6 of the report, last page, and I read, the Senate Committee on Judiciary, Human Rights and Legal Matters has scrutinized the CV and other accompanying documents of the nominee and recommends thus that the Senate do approve the confirmation of the nomination of Honorable Justice Joseph Olubunmi Kayode Oyewole, JCA, for appointment as a Justice of the Supreme Court of Nigeria. I so respectfully move. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. President and distinguished colleagues. I rise to move that the Senate now resolve to a committee of the whole for further consideration of this report. I so move, Mr. President.
The Minority Leader of the Senate.
Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, I second the motion that the Senate resolves into the committee of the whole to further consider the report. I so second.
Distinguished colleagues, the motion has been moved and seconded. Those in support that will revert to committee of the whole to consider the report say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Distinguished colleagues, will the Senate approve the nomination of Honorable Justice Joseph Olubunmi Kayode Oyewole, JCA, for appointment as a Justice of the Supreme Court of Nigeria? Those in support say aye, and those against say nay. The ayes have it. The appointment of Honorable Justice Joseph Oyewole, JCA, as Justice of the Supreme Court of Nigeria is hereby approved. Leader of the Senate.
Mr. President, sitting as chair, very distinguished colleagues, I rise to move that the Senate reverse to plenary to enable the chairman report progress. I so move.
Minority Leader.
Mr. President, sitting as chair, I second the motion that the Senate reverts into plenary to enable the chair report progress. I so second.
Distinguished colleagues, those in support of the motion that we revert to plenary for the chair to report progress, say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Distinguished colleagues, the Senate in the Committee of the Whole considered the report of the Committee on Judiciary, Human Rights and Legal Matters on the screening of Mr. President's nominee for appointment as a Justice of the Supreme Court of Nigeria and approved the nomination of Honorable Justice Joseph Olubunmi Kayode Oyewole, JCA, as a Justice of the Supreme Court of Nigeria. Is this a true reflection of what transpired in the Committee of the Whole? Distinguished colleagues, will the Senate confirm the nomination of Honorable Justice Joseph Olubunmi Kayode Oyewole, JCA, for appointment as a Justice of the Supreme Court of Nigeria? Those in favor say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. The nomination of Honorable Justice Joseph Olubunmi Kayode Oyewole, JCA, is hereby confirmed as a Justice of the Supreme Court of Nigeria. Let me congratulate the nominee on this elevation. Wish him well in a new endeavor and pray that God will grant him the wisdom to do justice to all and sundry, irrespective of status. And also congratulate the chairman of the Senate Committee on Judiciary, Human Rights and Legal Matters and all the members for the speedy manner in which they carried out this assignment. I further congratulate Mr. President for finding a square peg in a square hole that had no dent, which made it possible for the Senate to collectively and unanimously endorse his nomination as a Justice of the Supreme Court of Nigeria. I pray that through him and others already there, justice will be served to the commonest man in this country, and justice will be served even to the senators. I so pray. Congratulations to all. Leader of the Senate.
Mr. President,